Hello again, this is Rosalind, and this is the tale of my continuing journey into Lolitadom. This video is more about the construction of my JSK, and here it is once more. Nice sloppy shot there, but that's okay. Here it is. As I said before, it's a circle skirt attached to a bodice, basically. I tried to do the math on a circle skirt and it just didn't work out. So what I did is I took Simplicity's poodle skirt pattern, which is 3847. This was an actually still available pattern. And I took the poodle skirt pattern and shortened it to knee length. For the bodice, what I did there is I took actually a dress. It's kind of it's a non-Lolita jumper skirt, really, and traced the bodice, and then adapted it to the bodice from, from this pattern. This is McCall's 6923. It's a dress and romper pattern. I think this one's still available too. I had to actually take in the bodice a bit to be more form-fitting. It's very straight up and down. So, here are the actual pattern pieces I made. Here's the front of the bodice. Excuse the camera strap dangling there, sorry about that. And then the back, which is just pretty basic. I just used the basic front and back of the bodice pattern pieces from that McCall's there. Unfortunately, it was a tiny bit too big. I had to do some tucks there, but I'm not heartbroken over them. It's okay. And then for the strap, for the straps, I just used the straps from this new pattern here. This is 6888. Not sure if that's still available or not, but straps are not rocket science. Moving right along to the internals of the dress here, or the inside out part, of course. What I did here is I lined the bodice. This is actually a very, very light pink batiste. It looks white now, but it is very, very light pink. And I just did some darts. The darts were on the other side too, of course. And this is understitched, so everything looks a little nicer. And everything's just all sealed up, so it's all good to go. I've got a zipper here in the side. Next time I do one of these, I'm going to attempt shearing to see how that goes. Apparently it's not terribly difficult. And then, you can't really see what I did for the seam itself, or the hem, itself anymore, but I did a facing and then tacked it up so you can't really see, so it doesn't have just a straight stitch seam on the outside. I think that looks a lot nicer. And I actually did the same thing for the lace, so it doesn't have a stitched on seam either, and you can't see the binding there on the outside of the dress. I just really like that better. Back on the outside now, we have the little bows that I've put on the front of the bodice. These are just really basic bows. For this and the head bow, these bows were just a WikiHow article, I think, on how to make bows. They're very simple. The head bow itself is from a video by Yumi King. She's really cool. She does a lot of DIY Lolita stuff, and her videos are very easy to follow. So that's from her, and then I just got a covered headband from Dollar Tree, and now it's on there, and I think it looks pretty good. Let's see. Otherwise, plans for this dress, I may put a little more ornamental something or other on it, but I think it's actually fine the way it is. I'll see what I think. I am going to do waist ties. I'm actually going to do waist ties in an alternate color. This is looking green here from far away. This does kind of blend into green, but if I can get it to focus. Alright, yeah, that is focused now, good. This is actually they're little pinwheel flower type deals, and they do have blue in them. They're just yellow, pink, and blue. Of course, with yellow and blue, from far away it looks greenish. But what I'm going to do is get a lighter version of this bluey teal color, and do kind of a mock waist tie across here. This unfortunately has a few little tucks. I'm not the most experienced seamstress in the world, so just going to cover that up and do better next time. So the front is going to have a mock waist tie across the front, and then on the back I'm going to do actual waist ties. I'm not going to make it detachable, because if I did, you could just detach the waist ties and still have the band across the front. It would look kind of weird. So the waist ties, I'm actually going to go back to my poodle skirt pattern and use the waist ties from Little Apron here. This pattern also has a petticoat pattern, which I may utilize here in the future. I only have one petticoat and it's enough for this dress. This is a very lightweight dress, but I plan to use that in the future, and I'll review that for you. And I believe that's, construction-wise, everything I've done for the dress. The advantage of sewing it myself is obviously I was able to make it to my size. I'm a little bit bigger than what traditionally Lolita would be. I'm about a US 14, and I'm a little bit, well, I guess I'm not that short for Lolita. I'm 5 feet. But anyway, this way everything was able to make custom and able to fit very well, and I'm very happy with it. So there you have it. Like I said, I'm going to, at some point, make the petticoat from this. Sooner though, probably what I'm going to do is make the bloomers, the shortest bloomers here, from this Archivestra pattern, which is Simplicity 2777, yep. That is also still available, so I will review those as well.